Hello and welcome to the Monster Sanctuary Tournament Circuit. This is the final quarterfinal match of the fifth tournament of Season 1, Grid Draft. I am Smug Looking Barrel, and I'm joined today by Red.
Hello guys, so today we'll be looking at a match between FlowingJuffowup, who will be on the left, and TheMarshCat, who will be on the right.
Yes. So, we'll start out with the draft. And we see some strong damage dealers all across the board. So whatever anyone picks, we see MarshCat gets first pick, and he's able to take two great damage dealers in Spinner and Draconor, along with a nice support in Nov, while Flowing replies with some great beasts.
Yeah, Minotaur and Manticore are also both great damage dealers.
Yeah. This next pack, we have quite a few interesting things. Flowing is going to grab Grulu, Veertrag, and Troll, which are a little bit off of the synergies he was working towards before, but great monsters in their own right. And MarshCat is going to grab Darnation and one of my favorite buffers, Promethean. This next pack, we see some really good age synergies, but that's more what Flowing wants than MarshCat. MarshCat is going to grab the aging team, maybe to keep it out of Flowing's hands.
Sometimes it's always better to, it's when you're up against the person, it's sometimes better to aid draft than to pick your
sometimes, yeah. And we see Flowing is going to grab Mad Eye and Brawlish from that pack, which was a bit interesting. And then this final pack, we see a lot of great monsters for rounding out a draft. So Flowing is going to grab a great healer in Toad, another two more strong damage dealers, while MarshCat is going to get more channel support. Picking up Argeo makes me think he wants to try and use Draconor, and then a great shielder in Kame, as well as a useful support in Mokus. So we've got some interesting teams from both players. I feel like both of them pivoted away from their first picks after seeing how the draft would unfold, and I'm expecting to see some sort of debuff team from Flowing. And MarshCat, there's a couple of ways he could go, but probably some sort of aggressive team, maybe with some age or channel synergies.
Yeah, these teams can definitely go in many directions. Maybe it's more. It will be more about small synergies, pocket of synergies, like between RGOP and Draconor, or in FlowingJuffowup side. Maybe, like you said, maybe some debuffs with Troll, Grulu, and the Mad Eye. We'll see.
Yeah. So going into game one, we see Flowing gets first turn because he was higher seed. He's gonna grab, and it seems like he is running a fairly strong debuff team here. Gonna lead with three great debuffers, and see if he can make offense happen with Troll on the first turn.
Close on the reviews, yeah.
Yeah, looks like he can get reasonable damage, but probably not a knockout. Grulu's first attack was pretty good, but not the god hits you sometimes get, where you can knock out a monster immediately.
And yeah, what you see is what you get on Troll, since it's a static damage dealer. And
chance of getting a bunch of extra damage through crit. So he is able to put serious damage into that Draconov, but not able to knock it out. Draconov, fortunately for MarshCat, has debuff resistance, so is taking a lot less damage from those poisons and is able to heal himself back up.
It's always a very strong aura when you're against a debuff team, so it's nice to have it on the MarshCat side. And
absolutely.
Now, trying to maybe get Troll out of the way, but I wonder if you'll be able to do that with 21 combo. Yeah. Not quite enough.
Ironically,
out of the way,
and Troll taunts. So taunt is a skill you sometimes don't see on Troll, because usually you don't want your damage dealer taking the hits. But in this case, Troll's Earth resistance was able to help him out here. And Flowing has really good options for healing damage, but you can't really get rid of either the debuffs or those blind stacks, which means Troll is going to have to attack through them here.
Right.
And that will almost certainly lead to him not getting a kill.
Here comes the Stone Rain. Yeah.
Ooh, that was really close. You got quite a few debuff procs from that Stone Rain. but the regeneration buff and Draconov's debuff resistance able to keep it alive, and it can heal itself up again. We see Restoring Wand able to clear some of those debuffs, which is a great call on MarshCat's part.
Yeah, he really needs that weapon since no other monsters has debuff removal, so it's gonna be hard to take out these armor break stacks that are, armor stacks, armor break debuffs, but
yeah.
Now not enough to take the troll,
Yeah, Dark Shroud into the troll isn't enough to take it out, but we see it has 6 blind stacks now, as well as some tether, so that'll make it much harder for it to mount an offense. However, Draconov is just over half, so Flowing might be able to just finish off the little HP it still has left.
Maybe with an AoE, with Flurry of Blows. We'll see.
Yeah. I don't like risking the AoE here. I think you just try and take something out, because the blind could really throw a wrench in your plans. Gonna attack the Draconor, and yeah, we see those blind debuffs, and I think one of the hits was dodged as well.
Yeah, he only took off 2 blind stacks on this troll, so he also got a lot of misses, maybe.
Yeah. We see the Legion able to apply a whole bunch of buffs. Draconor has buff catalyst, so it benefits from those buffs even more. And then Argyup continuously attacking with its sticky web that can not only apply these tether stacks that really stack up, but using Cleanse to remove buffs from Flowing's team.
It's very, very interesting to see the stacks having effects here, because usually in other formats people bring stacks removal in Purify. So now Flowing has to deal with them in the hard way without a proper support.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Purify is so helpful, is because being caught with a whole bunch of harmful stacks on you, especially with a team that can apply them faster than you can cleanse them, can be really tough to fight through. And in this game, it looks like neither team has any way to clear a harmful stack.
Right.
But Flowing is at least able to break through all these stacks hindering his offense and take out the Draconor, so he does get the first kill.
Yeah, the thing on Flowing's side is all these armor break debuffs are adding up, and they can really stack up with 6 times with double multi armor break on Grulu and Troll. Really, Troll can do massive damage, and like we saw in the Draconor.
Yeah, MarshCat brings in his Spinner here, which I really like. Spinner can do enormous damage, as we just see there. But he's quite frail, so it's better to bring him out after an ally has fallen. In this case, MarshCat does just that and gets knocked out right afterwards. But another monster that is best to bring out after an ally has fallen, Manticore, is coming out from Flowing's side. And I feel like we're about to see an enormous Cataclysm.
Right.
Yeah, or decides to go for Arcane Bolt, trying to get just enough hits to knock out the Spinner, but unfortunately, with Spinner's Concealed passive, which gives it 25% dodge chance on the first turn it's out, and it's good natural dodge and a Spell Shield buff, it's able to avoid enough of those Arcane Bolts to survive, and almost certainly delete this Manticore on its next turn.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, we see Argyup attacking, applying some tether stacks, and those will get rid of Flowing's dodge. Even if he did have like an agility buff, the tether stacks would significantly nerf that. So, looking to see Spinner take out one monster. The question is, who's he going to target?
Yeah, I wonder, because Spinner doesn't have much in the AoE damage.
Yeah, it goes for the fiery stabs and gets taunted by Toad. I like that from both players. Going for the fiery stabs into Manticore, knowing it would kill, but also knowing that it's the move that would do the most damage to Toad. But Toad is able to heal to full through Toxic Support, and its passive healing with the regeneration buff from Grulu. So even though it took a nearly lethal hit, it's at full health now, very nearly.
Now building some combos with Grulu.
Yeah.
Manticore can try with the Cataclysm. Yep, you see it there.
Yeah, and this time without the without Concealed, Spinner is going to take most of those hits and does get a full team wipe with that Cataclysm.
Wow.
And that basically wins Flowing the game, because MarshCat only has 2 monsters left, which significantly hurts his combo. Toad might be able to take out Manticore here. Wolf might be able to take out Manticore here.
Yeah, that will be hard to come back. It was kind of funny to see Jeff facing Lidl on the spinner, but then spinner also getting done by the Toad, so the Manticore could use his ultimate.
Yeah, and we see just how big of a difference losing a monster's worth of combo makes. That was, a full offense buffed Spectral Wolf attacking a monster that was weak to it, and it barely did anything. So MarshCat left with just his support Promethean. He's going to forfeit. So game 2, I'm expecting to see a few switch ups, but seems like no.
I'm expecting. Yeah, I was about to say I was expecting FlowingJuffowup to start with another monster than Troll. So if MarshCat decides to switch things up and start with his spinner, he wouldn't be able to do as much damage to his team.
Yeah, good call. Flowing is going to lead with his Goblin Pilot. We also see Mad Eye leading off and going to get killed immediately.
Yeah, big damage here.
Yeah, Mad Eye has great combo generation and some very strong passes, but it's frail and it's weak to all magic damage. So this is usually what happens when you lead with it not going first. We do see Toad able to buff up that pilot with some charge stacks and shielding thanks to Healing Shield. Gurulu likely to build some combo here, and then Pilot might be able to knock something out.
Pilot already at close to max shield, so it's gonna be lots of damage here.
Unfortunately, it has exactly 14 charge stacks, so it's 1 charge stack below getting the supercharge and getting the huge magic. But it looks like Lightning Slash will be able to knock out this Draconaur. Gets a crit with a volatile shield proc. That hit alone would have one-shot that Draconaur.
Yeah,
just so much damage coming out. But that allows MarshCat to bring in his spinner, and we'll see if Spinner is able to revenge knock out the pilot like we saw in the last game.
Yeah, I wonder if that spinner has the Frost Pierce ultimate. Maybe it's gonna be great against the pilot here, but maybe he also chose another ultimate. I didn't see in game 1.
Yeah, for sure. Here he really needs to avoid being taunted by Toad, because here we see does go for the Frost Pierce, but the 2 elements Toad is weak to are wind and that Pilot is weak to are wind and water. Spinner does not have wind attacks, and Toad resists water. So with that taunt, it's able to immune that damage almost completely.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for him here.
And Toad can power Pilot back up again, doesn't even really have to waste a turn healing himself, and we're likely to see another knockout here. There's the Ion Beam.
Now that Pilot is at full shield with 24 stacks, so it's gonna do massive damage.
Yeah, the one thing that could save Spinner here is his massive dodge, once again with Concealed on the first turn. And it actually does save him here. He dodges both hits of that Thunderstorm. So he has another opportunity to turn this around. Promethean gets taken down, but he has Charged Rebirth, which at least gives him 1 more life. And MarshCat just needs to not get taunted again, and he can probably take out this Pilot. He could also go for the Fiery Stabs into Toad if he wants to take it out, but this Pilot is being so effective. I assume he'll want to take that out.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have super effective hits though against the Pilot. Okay, just
we do see Freeze. Seems like he doesn't have it at max level, but that was still enough to knock it out.
Yep.
And now we see Flowing brings in his Manticore, and now he's in, and Spinner's Concealed is gone. That only lasts for the first turn. So Spinner does have a lot of dodge, though, just from evasion and probably a Spell Shield buff.
Yep.
So this is going to be... if Manticore lands all these hits, he can wipe the whole team.
Whoa.
And he does not wipe the whole team, but he gets just enough damage to knock out Spinner. And the debuff damage is able to finish off Promethean. But Argeo does survive, which is really good for MarshCat. Now he does at least have a third monster here. He's able to build up the combo, and hopefully for MarshCat, Wolf can take out this Manticore. But Flowing is in a very strong position here.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for MarshCat, especially because his damage dealer, Spectral Wolf, is weak to hurt damage, which is Troll maybe favorite.
Yes,
one of Troll's favorite elements.
And it is able to take out that Manticore. But as you said, the Troll is coming out, and probably not going to be able to apply a whole bunch of poison to enable that Poison Eater. But I think we saw from the last game, his Troll has max level Stone Rain, so that might be able to take out this Wolf, especially with 5 armor break debuffs.
6 now. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like a fairly easy knockout.
Clean preview here.
Enormous damage coming out from that Troll, thanks to Death Blow. Extra damage for each debuff the target has, and with only 2 monsters, neither of which are a damage dealer, that's enough to make MarshCat concede.
Yeah.
So going into game 3, this is match point for MarshCat. He's trusting that the same team will be able to do better this time. And we see similar leads from both players.
Yeah, we saw his team doing pretty good against FlowingJuffowup's lineup. It's maybe just a question of, having a little more luck against these taunts and having the right harder.
We see different target priority as well. This Grulu has been able to basically cast as much as it wants in both of these previous games, whereas this game, MarshCat is trying to target it down. But quite a bit of toughness on this Grulu. He is able to take that Soul Beam. But this means Toad has to decide between healing up Grulu and setting up damage for Pilot, and he chooses the latter.
I kind of like it because we saw how much damage on Jeff's side there is. So maybe he's thinking, if I lose a support, it's okay. I still can do a lot of damage. So. Yep.
This time, crucially, we do see the Lightning Slash and is able to take out that Draconor once again in a single hit. This time, MarshCat is going to bring in Wolf instead of Spinner, probably hoping to keep Spinner for later in the game. And hopefully this Wolf can finish off Pilot.
Wolf has great water and air damage. We saw the air sickle last game, so maybe it's going to be good against either the Pilots or the Grulu, depending of what he chose here.
And we see the Dark Shroud going in, not cleansing that many debuffs, considering Argiep has 2 instances of cleanse. Usually you see more, but still able to apply some blind and tether to this Pilot. And we'll see if Wolf is able to capitalize on that with a knockout. This is a very important turn, though. He really doesn't want to get taunted, and he really wants to knock out something.
Yeah, he has to make progress against Flowing's team. Otherwise, it's going to be hard.
You see, the Air Circle does not get taunted, and despite a couple misses, that is able to do just enough damage to take out that Grulu. So we'll see how Flowing fares without access to the monster that has been one of his key supports in this game. Mad Eye coming out, leading with the Cataclysm, getting huge amounts of debuffs onto the enemy team. But we see another advantage of Wolf here as a damage dealer. Pilot seems to have a whole bunch of wind damage, and Wolf does resist that.
That's true. That's true.
We see the Lightning Slash not able to knock out this Wolf. Instead, targets the Draconov and is able to take it down.
Interesting. So maybe with the Wolf still up, MarshCat has a chance to turn things around.
Yeah, especially since we saw last game Mad Eye was very frail. Right. So Wolf might be able to take it out here. We see even more tether stacks coming down, and we see Gravity. Normally that's an ultimate you only see on Veertrag, but Wolf does get it too. And it just barely leaves Mad Eye alive. And the poison debuff, even though Mad Eye resists debuffs, is enough to knock it down.
Yep.
We see Toad struggling a bit with mana there, but able to heal up mostly.
Here, Manticore still can act as a great combo builder with Cataclysm. So we'll see if he chooses to go for that.
Yeah, the one thing Flowing can't really do right now is set up shield on his pilot. You see, he doesn't have max level fire shield, so he was really hoping for his supports to set him up, and
Okay.
it looks like they can't do that here. On the other hand, Pilot can still build reasonable combo for Manticore to come in and provide offense,
Yeah.
but those aren't the most impressive previews. Now, Manticore frequently outperforms previews because he has a lot of extra hits. So let's
Yeah, as you
see.
see there on the Promethean, yeah.
Yeah, it does knock it, knocks the Promethean down to its charged rebirth, but it does survive. But MarshCat doesn't really have any healers left. The only healer he really
That's
had
true.
on his team was Dragonov. So this damage is going to stick unless Wolf can do just enormous damage to the point where it can heal itself with lifesteal.
Right. We saw also the ultimate on RJOP in Dark Shroud, so it doesn't have what is it?
It doesn't have channeled heal.
Right.
So let's see how much health and this Wolf is able to get back, and whether it's able to knock something out. Wolf would really like to be able to take out either Manticore or Pilot this turn, and probably has the damage to do it.
Yeah, I'm
but,
pretty sure he can. Oh.
Unfortunately, he gets taunted and misses a few crits there. That was unfortunate. That was not as much damage as I'd expect, even for getting into a Toad. One thing that's working in MarshCat's favor here, though, is severe upkeep from Archeope. It's able to apply some wound stacks onto that Toad, which will severely weaken its healing. But it seems like Flowing might be able to just get a knockout here and close this game this turn.
Yeah, we saw the power of the AoE damage. Choose to go for a single target though, and maybe you just want to make sure that the wolf dies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. I think that he chose to knock out. Oh wow! If Promethean was going to die to the debuff damage, then I think it was correct to knock out that wolf, because now MarshCat once again is in huge trouble, only having 2 monsters. Spinner, though, does have incredible damage potential. Let's see what he's able to do. Goes for the fiery stabs, and the burn and bleed damage is able to finish off that Toad. But Flowing has a full turn here with 3 monsters to act to try and knock something of MarshCat's out. And if he does, I feel like he wins the game.
Yeah, he's left with his 3 damage dealers, so he probably has some damage to finish off the MarshCat's 2 monsters.
The one thing that's really working in MarshCat's favor here, though, is that Spinner just came out this turn, which means it does have Concealed for this turn. But if Troll attacks into Archeope, and the 20% dodge it got from that agility buff saves its life here.
Yeah, lots of misses here.
Yeah. So MarshCat has 1 turn. If he's able to knock out 1 or maybe 2 monsters, he might have a chance in this game. Archeope attacking with Poison Heal builds pretty good combo.
Yep.
And we'll see what Spinner is able to do. Goes for the Frost Pierce, does not get taunted by Troll, and with the debuff damage, it is able to knock out that Pilot.
Okay, so interesting. Goes back to a 2v2 situation.
Yeah, and this game is now not over. We'll see Flowing is desperately trying to finish off this Archeope, and it looks like if he doesn't get dodge, he will knock it out, and yes, he does. Archeope goes down, but MarshCat has a turn with Spinner here that he can maybe knock out Manticore. 18 charge stacks, quite a bit of damage.
Maybe Manticore is frail enough to die here. I wonder.
Yeah. I'm also wondering if Spinner's ult is off cooldown. No, seems like he either was or he didn't have mana for it. Goes for the slash.
Still was pretty close here.
Yeah, it seems like he missed one of those crits that likely would have finished off that Manticore if he hadn't. But now Troll, it has like great earth damage and great water damage, but those happens to be the 2 things that Spinner resists.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's not going to be able to knock it out here.
I'm looking at those 7 bleed stacks, and the debuffs might be enough here. Not enough.
Looks like it wasn't, and MarshCat gets his first Infinity stack. So Spinner still has a chance to turn this game around. If he gets 2 kills from here, he wins. Yeah,
maybe he has to go to try for the AoE attack of Sticky Web, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough for the troll.
Well, goes for the Poison Eater
quite
here,
a bit,
and
though.
the healing from that Poison Eater able to sustain him back up. And now Troll has enough mana to use the max level of one of its skills, but really regretting not taking max level beating, because look at that. Goes for the Flurry of Blows, doesn't even finish off this Spinner. And now we know Spinner has Fiery Stabs, might be able to knock out this Troll from full health and a bit of shield with 2 Infinity Stacks. Not with those crits, though.
Not quite. Okay, now we see preview.
Yeah, and 2 misses from the Troll. Spinner survives again.
Amazing.
We see 2 of the strongest damage dealers in the game trying desperately to finish off each other.
Go for a potion, that takes some balls, you know?
Yeah, but Potion is able to heal him out of range of dying again. We see 4 stacks of Infinity on this Spinner. He just needs to take out this Troll. That Potion also means he has enough mana probably to use a max level Fiery Stabs.
Yeah, will the Fire Stabs be enough here? Thinking.
Yeah, MarshCat's back is against the wall though. Troll is getting
another potion here.
Let's go for a big potion.
Wow. I don't think it's gonna be enough to survive.
He's gonna need a miss from Troll's Flurry of Blows. It's a 31% chance. Because it looks like Troll will not be able to knock out with any other move. Goes for the Flurry of Blows.
And one
does get a miss. The burn damage is barely not enough. So Spinner now has 5 stacks of Infinity, over full mana, but he needs to go for it right now.
And well, I'm guessing he's not gonna go for it. I'm guessing he doesn't have quite enough.
You see the Frost Pierce coming down, and not enough damage to finish off that Troll. Yeah, quite a bit of toughness from the Light Shift. And Disease Control is able to tank that Frost Pierce. And the Stone Rain gets quite a few misses, but Troll is able to finish off that Spinner. And Flowing takes the match. That was certainly something.
That was a very nice finale here. And,
that was such a silly game. That was something to watch for sure.
Well, I think both players showing some great teams and able to put a lot of pressure on the other player. Unfortunately, some taunts, some key taunts on JuffowUp's side, managed to secure his wins, but MarshCat definitely came close
3 times.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next match.